First, and US President Donald Trump says a deal to end the war in Ukraine is closer than ever, but admitted that thorny questions remain over the future of the eastern Donbas region, which have yet to be resolved. His comments coming after a 2-hour meeting on Sunday with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Florida. The Ukrainian leader said the two had come to an agreement on 90% of a 20-point plan, while Trump said a security guarantee for Ukraine was close to 95% done. Both American and Ukrainian teams are scheduled to meet next week for further talks aimed at ending Russia's nearly 4-year war in Ukraine.
We agree that security guarantees is a key milestone in achieving lasting peace, and our teams will continue working on all aspects. We also had a joint productive call with European leaders, like President Trump said already, and a lot of leaders, including NATO and the EU. And we agreed that our teams will meet in upcoming weeks to finalize all discussed matters. And Ukraine is ready for peace. And once again, would like to thank President Trump for a warm welcome and substantial discussion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Well, I think the land you're talking about, some of that land has been taken. Some of that land is maybe up for grabs, but it may be taken over the next period of a number of months. And you're better off making a deal now. Look, let me tell you, they have been very brave. They fought very hard and continue to fight very hard and do tremendous damage. But Russia would like to see it end, and Ukraine would like to see it. And I think it's time to end. And a lot of very brave people, a lot of people that are dead right now, unfortunately.
And The Guardian's Washington correspondent David Smith spoke to us earlier.
The good news here is that this meeting was very cordial and struck a positive tone, and such a contrast from that infamous showdown in the Oval Office in February when, of course, Trump and J.D. Vance tore into Zelensky. Things have progressed a lot since then. And both men came out using these figures, saying it's 95% or 90% there to an agreement. Trump saying the closest ever to a peace deal. So all that was positive, and Zelensky seemed to share at least some of that enthusiasm. However, Donald Trump acknowledged there are still one or two thorny issues here, and in particular, there is that question of land, especially in the eastern Donbas region. Vladimir Putin has shown very little willingness to shift on that. The new 20-point proposal, Zelensky has agreed to this notion of perhaps a demilitarized zone that would be looked after by international forces. That might require a 60-day ceasefire for a referendum in Ukraine, obviously a huge logistical exercise. But again, we wait to see if Putin might even remotely come around to that idea, and he's certainly opposed to the idea of an international force, and remains implacably opposed to ideas of Ukraine joining the EU or NATO, even though Zelensky was sounding positive about security guarantees.